on the On Your Mark Show, on the On Your Mark Show YouTube channel, as well as 105.4 RPWP, thepulseradio.com. We got our Texas ICE Spotlight of the week. He's a talented athlete, but he plays on both sides of the ball. He plays safety for Texas ICE, but I think if he strapped him up and got on the offensive side, he'd catch touchdowns too. My guy, Damon Youngblood from McKinney High School, class of 2022. This is a young prospect that you need to get to know here. And we're going to talk to him a few minutes, get to know him, and talk about his big weekend where he opened a lot of eyes at the Pylon 7-on-7 tournament here in the Dallas area, Carrollton, man. Youngblood, Damon Youngblood, come on in. How you doing, buddy?
Good. What's up? Thanks for having me.
Man, no doubt, man. Listen, you turned a lot of heads, including myself. This is the first time I really got to see you play extensively, you know, where I was just concentrating on you. Just now coming in with the Texas ICE football team, 7-on-7 team, squad, organization. I've known Coach Duffy for a little while, but this is the first time that myself and Top Texas Prospects is going to be working with you guys. So I had a chance to see you at the Champions 7v7 tournament and the previous two Pylons, including this past weekend, but you turned up, man, and that's why we're giving you the spotlight this week. So, Damon, if you would just tell us a little bit about your background, how you started playing football. Did you play any other sports growing up?
So I started playing football probably about like kindergarten, actually. I played up for every sport up until I got to like 6th grade to get familiar with like playing with kids my age. So I played like in the Prosper leagues and then a little bit of FBU and tournaments. And then I played AAU basketball up until like 8th grade, travel baseball for a while until like about freshman year. I stopped with travel baseball just because it was a lot. And then I did my first 3 years of high school at Melissa. My sophomore year, I was all-state safety. Then my junior year, I was playing with a hernia injury, so I was like limited with my playing time, but I still produced, I feel like. That's about it.
Well, you definitely produced. I had a chance to watch your film a little bit this week at Melissa, and you seem to be around the ball a lot. 6 picks, over 40 tackles, 6 pass breakups, 7 to 10 pass tackles behind the line of scrimmage, tackles for loss. You seem to have a nose for the football. What about being around the football makes you excited?
Just like, honestly, like seeing other people like happy with me, like succeeding, if that makes sense. Like just making big plays is all I'm about.
Well, definitely you make big plays anytime you're on the field. Now, you're listed as an athlete, but mostly for Texas ICE, you've been playing on the defensive side, but you also played for Melissa on the offensive side. So how does that help you when you get on the offensive side? You get to line up as a receiver, you may be a running back, and you get the ball in your hands. Being on the defensive side, how do those work together?
Just like if you're on offense and you know the defensive players' roles, it opens up your game way more. Like cover 2, you know what routes that are going to be covered and what's not going to be covered. And then like who's playing the run, who's not playing the run, just opens up the game way more.
Most definitely. And again, this is Damon Youngblood. He's in the class of 2022. In my opinion, he's put himself on the map definitely at the safety position, man. Now, in the Texas ICE defense, you're deep, but you are able to come down and cover slot receivers if you have to.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the communication that you guys have back on the back end.
Well, we're coached really good by Coach Steven. He came on with us about, I think, 2-3 weeks ago. He's like NFL guy, super smart. He like made it known for us to communication's key for everything. Like if you're on the same page with the person next to you, you can do anything.
Well, definitely shout out to Coach Duffy, Coach JJ, Coach LeBlanc. All of those guys over there do a great job. You guys are teaming up with Hero Football, Coach Steven, this year. How's that been so far?
It's crazy. It's a crazy experience. Like I never did competitive 7-on-7 till this year. I wish I would have started. It's like, it's fun. It's way competitive, or like way more competitive than any of that school 7-on-7. And it's just like the energy's crazy. Like even like a pass breakup, everyone gets hyped.
Most definitely. And Texas ICE turned up, man. You guys made it to the semifinals in a 2-day tournament. You played some very, very good competition, probably some of the best in the nation. You may not get that type of experience when you're playing, week to week in a high school season. How has that impacted? You talked about the turning up. Everybody's excited, but just the talent level. Speak on that just a little bit.
It just really gets you prepared for college. Like when we play Truth Buzz, we were playing the best kids in the nation, flex, best kids in the nation. It really just gets you prepared. And then it gets you on the map because you got kids with 30 offers playing against kid with no offers, and then kid with no offers just showing out.
Well, you definitely showed up and showed out for Texas ICE, man. Texas ICE is you guys have a lot of talent over there as well, man, on the defensive side. On the offensive side, I'm going to be talking to Braxton Baker, and he had over 21 TDs. I don't know if you know, he had 21 TDs this last week.
He was going off, yeah.
He was zipping it, man, and he really showed me something, and he's going to be on the show here soon. In the talks with him. Just got to catch up and get that schedule while you guys are in school. Everything's been crazy with COVID. But, going against that type of competition has only made you better. It's also made your teammates better, man. Now, Pylon, you guys came up a little short, but it looks like you guys have this thing steamrolling. You're headed to Atlanta in a couple of weeks. Talk about how exciting that's going to be.
It's crazy. I've never traveled like this for a 7-on-7 at all. I mean, travel baseball is kind of the same, but travel baseball ain't as fun as this. And then, we're starting to build our chemistry too, big time.
Most definitely. Now, when you're on the back end, man, this past week you had 4 interceptions. I don't think I saw 4 interceptions by one guy on any of the other teams at the Pylon 7-on-7. But you seem to have a knack to make the big play. You talked about that already. What are you seeing back there when you're back on the back end? Safety has a lot of responsibility, and then 7-on-7, there's no pass rush. You got a lot of ground to cover.
Yes, sir. It's just I don't know. Just don't let anybody put you on. I'm kind of not smaller safety. I'm 5'11", but they be trying to throw up to the big guys on me, and it hasn't worked yet.
Most definitely, man. Damon Youngblood's been snatching bodies out there, man. 4 picks, lots of pass breakups, and lots of excitement, man. This is a recruit on the Texas ICE Spotlight that you guys want to know. Now, tell everybody where you can find you on social media, your Twitter, Instagram, and go in and kick your shout-outs, man.
My Twitter is DamonYB14. And then my Instagram is Damon Youngblood, DAMON. And then shout out to all the ICE players and the coaches, especially Coach Duffy for giving me a chance to play with y'all. And then shout out McKinney High. I'm excited to get to play with them. And just all the ICE players building a great bond out there.
No doubt. Damon Youngblood. Everybody calls him Youngblood YB. Look out for him, man. He's one of the top players on the Texas ICE circuit in 7-on-7 this spring, going into McKinney High School class of 2022. Check him out. We'll be right back here on the On Your Mark Show on 105.4 RPWP, thepulseradio.com.